welcome Sam Kiper, right?
Yeah, Sam Kiper. You nailed it. Mm-hmm.
Derek Diffel.
Hello.
Chato. We are ATX Comedy Review. This is number 10. Mm-hmm. And last week was kind of fun. I had some fun last week. I don't know. I'll just kick it off with what happened Sunday. I was on, I started off with other people, Hansa's show. Had a good time on that. Actually, it was a pretty chill time. And then ended up getting pulled out of the bucket for the open mic after that. And then the banana phone was fun. But I wrote new stuff, and I got to try it out Sunday and Monday, and it worked out pretty nice. It was a good time. No Kill Tony from me, of course. Did you go out there?
No, I didn't go out to Kill Tony. I was pretty wiped from last Sunday. Last Sunday, after the podcast, I basically headed straight over to Madrone Coffee Company to host that open mic for a little bit more than an hour. Well, and I just set up everything, break it down, then go over to Irene's, to host that show, and then go over to Banana Phone to talk my shit. So it was a big Sunday. I was wiped, yeah.
Banana Phone was fun. Now, you did, obviously, you produced Hans's show there.
Right.
Obviously, if nobody knows Sam, he produces other people with Hans Kim.
Yeah, big man Sam.
That was
big
fun.
things.
Yeah, you did you do one of your famous magic tricks?
I did not do a magic trick on that.
I think I was smoking a cigarette or taking a leak.
Yeah,
while you were.
that's how good I am.
Yeah.
You just let me run the show at that point.
Yeah. I said he's got it. He knows what
But
he's
those
doing.
magic tricks that you did at Candace's birthday party were quite impressive.
Thank you, brother.
I genuinely, I told you the same. I said that they're good. The one tip I only ever gave you was the one you did was a little long. I don't even remember.
It was a card trick where you had to shoot the deck, but yeah, I was feeling for time, man. I'm you only get 15 minutes of fame. I'm trying to go for it.
Yeah, you took 17.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta extend that, man. You were at Kill Tony on Monday, though, right?
I was, yeah. Didn't get called.
Have you gotten called up before?
I have. I've been on Martin Luther King Jr. Day was was my claim to fame on Kill Tony.
You killed it, from what I remember, seeing the footage. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, the 1 minute uninterrupted was good, and then my interview was taken over by Danny Brown. I don't know if you guys know.
Oh yeah.
Was he a little drunk or high? And
I think
just started
combo.
filibustering.
I think that's a requirement for the show, right?
Yeah, Danny kept getting reminded by Tony to shut the fuck up, and he wouldn't. So.
During your interview,
I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, I was actually happy, to be honest, because that's the worst part I think about Kill Tony is you don't know what to expect from the interview. You could be roasted
So it sort of
or toasted.
Took some of the pressure off.
Yeah.
You know.
That's cool. Now, Derek, you have not been up yet.
No, I have not.
You've been like 50 times, right?
Probably close to 50 at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I'm at my 15th time coming up, I think.
You haven't been up yet?
I have not been up yet.
Yeah.
But my buddy Brian Swinehart came in for one day. Fucking got called up that
Hell
day.
yeah.
So if the bucket's rigged, I think that would be the time.
I got a sneaky suspicion that it may be.
Yeah.
But I think that it's mostly rigged for like
Steve-O.
Yeah. Well, and then like for special occasions like South by Southwest, I remember I didn't know one comic that got called. They did like 2 shows in a row. Mm-hmm. It was everyone happened to be from out of town and visiting.
Yeah.
But there's probably a lot of people from out of town visiting them. I do notice that
South by Southwest,
actually at Kill Tony, there'll be a lot of people that we meet in the line that are just from out of town that don't get called up. But there's that one person we meet in line that does get called up.
Yeah.
So those do stand out. It's like, it's a small world, unless you ask everybody in the world, hey, do I know you? Whoever that was at
I think we should just jump Tony. Tony, if you're listening.
Don't say that because I keep on ending up behind him a lot.
And startling him.
Yeah. He keeps on saying I'm a serial killer, and then I just like show up behind him occasionally, like not on
And
purpose.
you showed me that one picture, which is a selfie.
And he's like, "What the?"
And I was saying it doesn't look like he consented.
he doesn't consent to most of my appearances. That's the problem.
Next time, just poke him in his butthole, and then.
I'm
then he'll be ready to go.
I'm trying to keep my name in the bucket. I do want to be invited back. That's my thing. But Tuesday, you hosted
Lazy Days. Yeah.
How was that, man?
Oh, it was fun. It was good as usual.
Was there any standouts there? Have you noticed anybody who's coming up that you're seeing that come out like weekly that are starting to really shine?
Yeah, I'd have to look at the list to refresh
no.
my memory. However, what I remember, well, Philip Garcia is now working there, and so it's cool to have a friendly face behind the counter. But let's see.
Was that something that you coordinated with because he started coming there and?
Well, no, I think he just kind of took the initiative to get a job there, and he'd been to the open mic a few times, and I think he was like, "Oh, I think I like this idea for I like this place for."
So maybe the open mic helped with the job decision, huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's cool. So you should get a bird dog, I think.
How many
bird
shows?
dog.
Yeah.
What's a bird? Oh,
a
bird.
spiff or
Oh, okay.
Well,
they already hooked me up with stuff when I come through,
yeah.
so it's, they're nice about. I mean,
just kidding.
that's basically what I get as payment. Yeah. Well, why not a shout out to Don Estevan, Chris Poscar, and Liz Weber, who have been coming out to that mic basically every week for months now. They're students at, I believe they're students at Tech State San Marcos.
What the hell? Where is that?
And San Marcos. It's like a half hour away. Yeah, but they're
so they're driving all the way out to do your mic.
Yeah, and they also have come out to the East Austin Hotel one, which unfortunately this last week was the last one that they're doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they discontinued that one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're not. What the management told me is they're just not having any like weekly events of any kind now. They're just kind of doing one-off things.
Just when I said we should make a flyer for that place.
Yeah.
How many shows are you doing now, Derek? I've seen you're hosting a few.
Yeah. Well, now that the East Austin Hotel one is canceled, I just have the 2 every week and then 1 every other week at Madrone Coffee Company, the No Fresh open mic.
And these are at remind me, Sleazy Tiger, is that one of them? Or?
No. That's Quaid and Trevor Tatone. Quaid Wayne.
No, we want to support those mics too.
Yeah, we'll support them, but we're hyping Derek at the moment.
I appreciate it. Yeah, but Sleazy Tiger, that's not one. The 2 that I have every week is the Lazy Days open mic, Tuesdays, 7 p.m., Lazy Days Coffee Shop in Chocolate. And then 7 p.m. on Sundays, the warm-up at Irene's. That's the show I'm doing tonight. Last week was a killer lineup. It was amazing. It was a laugh riot, a nonstop, start to finish, nice. absolute bangers.
Did anybody get pregnant? Or?
When I said absolute bangers, I didn't mean. It was amazing though.
Yeah. That's cool. Sam, are you hosting any mics? Are you on the road at all? What are you doing on your weekdays, man?
Man, I just right now I'm hosting Hans's show, the Other People Comedy on Sundays at Creek and Cave. But I was doing my own show at WTF, and I kind of discontinued it. It was costing more than we were making.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. The
humorous
resources. Yeah.
It was a great show, and we had and a lot of support, and we were getting like even though we were getting like 70 to 100 people a show, and still losing money. I mean, because the promotion and like just the flyers and the thing is like the show. If you don't know, you probably don't. We partner with local hiring businesses, and then we do live job interviews on stage with alcohol. So the problem is you have to have a marketing budget behind that because the businesses that want to be involved don't want to be involved, for free technically. Right. So you got to build flyers and print them out. And
you guys are doing a great job getting a lot of people together.
It's a fun idea. Yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah. And it was a cool idea. Those cocktail cowboys, they fucked up Major League not hiring me.
Oh, man.
Dick Van BJ afterwards, he was like that idiot. He didn't know. But at the same time, I wasn't thinking about. How am I supposed to persuade these people?
Yeah. They didn't hire me either, so.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh shit. Yeah, they should have, but you shouldn't have had to interview.
Were you really looking for a real job though at this point?
No. No, not that kind
Well, I was kind of interested in it as a side gig.
I think Derek's
right?
always looking for a job.
Yeah, well, yeah, right.
It is a fun concept. Cocktail Cowboys. Bachelorette parties hire these people to throw them.
To be sexy cowboys. Yeah.
Essentially, you're a bartender for hire.
Eventually you have to fuck the chicks, right?
Yeah, you can get 2 tips.
Maybe, I don't know.
You have it's part of the job. At first they say, "Oh, it's just tips. You're just hanging out," and then eventually you gotta do ass play.
Right.
That's just where it goes.
Okay, but I don't know if I'm altogether opposed to that. But it was what I should have led with in that interview was telling them how good I am with bachelorette parties already. I was invited to a friend's wedding in Spain because I ran into her at her bachelorette party. Like, we just met, and then she invited me, and I actually went to their wedding in Ibiza.
Dude, I've heard of Ibiza. They do drugs there, I think.
Yes. Yeah, it did dropped acid for the first time.
Did you end up getting naked for him? Did you end up getting naked for him?
No. We were just we became friends. We were hanging out.
Friends?
And her
Friends
her
fuck.
fiance is a great guy. Yeah.
Oh.
You've been hanging around Hans too much now.
Huh?
He said, "Friends fuck." I said,
So you didn't have sex with this woman.
No.
Her husband cock-blocked you, probably.
No. So what happened is we were. She had a friend who was coming on to me a little bit at the time, but I was gonna go hang out with them at the pool of their hotel after the nightclub closed. But then when she was getting in her Uber, she sprained her ankle and swelled up to the size of like half a watermelon. It was pretty intense. So then and I was thinking, like, it was kind of weird that I was invited to their wedding in a different country the first time that we met. So I've got to see these people again before I make my decision. So in the cold light of day, then because she had sprained her ankle, her fiance flew down from San Francisco, and we met at a wine bar, and I got to chill with them for a few hours. I'm like, okay, they're cool. Yeah.
What's the context that you were invited to the wedding on?
Just during. So I ran into them there at the Wildcat Lounge in Santa Barbara.
Doing comedy?
Doing a bachelorette party. No. This was long before I
"That's what he
started
was doing, is
comedy.
stripping."
Yeah, I was
Strictly stripping.
I was I was just living in Santa Barbara, and so they were having a bachelorette party there, and I happened to run into them, and I was just fun, nice, personable, and Kaylin, she was like, "Oh my God, you have to come to our wedding," and I was like, I would be delighted, but also I need to find out more about these people.
Well, yeah. But so you didn't find more out about him? And,
Yeah, and they were great, and
he's just turned up his shit more now.
Unsolicited. Trying to silence things.
You would think that this guy does not produce internet shows or podcasts, but for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
hungover,
Humorous
anyways.
Resources was a very fun show, and it was also an opportunity to. I felt every time that I went there was an opportunity to reflect on what happened and learn from it. It was like, oh, I think I could have gotten jobs both times, but I just need to understand how.
Yeah, I think that's the fun of it. Is like they are actual job interviews, and I think the aspect that made it so unique is job interviews are weird for everybody, especially
Yes.
first impressions. I think are very fake in a job interview, and it gives and we promote alcohol, so we promote with a wheel. We spin a wheel, and we have a couple alcohol sponsors, and you either take a shot or you chug a beer or whatever the case, whatever the wheel lands on, and it just loosens you up, and it's a way to really get to know the person before you actually hire them. I mean, I'm fake as fuck if you interview me. I'll be, my posture's different, everything,
But maybe that's why you would get the job if you're being fake. That's what they want is a fake
Quite
motherfucker.
Yeah,
possibly,
but until they hire you, and then you're like, this
Well, don't
guy
show up drunk.
sucks.
I think showing up drunk to the job is like the worst thing you could do, anyways, right?
Yeah, but people want to hire fun people, I think ultimately.
Show up drunk to the job interview, or get drunk at the job interview, huh?
And then the hirees are they're drinking too, so everyone's intoxicated.
So it's like if you were meet at a bar and
Yeah.
got
Exactly.
the interview on the spot.
Exactly.
Although I think I underestimated how professionally the first one they were gonna handle it. I was thinking of being a little silly, goofy, but I felt it was more comfortable, at least than other job interviews, because I sort of had the opportunity to be kind of more in an environment that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, there's no wrong approach to it.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you know if anyone wound up getting the job from Rhythm Energy?
The Rhythm, no, I don't believe anyone got a call back. We got people hired for Cocktail Cowboys and then Waterloo Media. There was a couple interactions. I'm not sure the outcome of them, but I know people who came up to me. Actually, I was at a holiday party, Christmas party on Friday, and someone that I interviewed, I don't even know this person, coincidentally was like, "You interviewed me on blah blah blah," and they were like, "Waterloo Media reached out to me, and I decided it wasn't a good fit, but they offered me the job," and I was like, "That's really cool. Yeah,
it is cool.
It was cool. That was like real world circumstance.
You're out there making connections for the people.
Yeah, exactly.
We used to have a staffing company for a weed for our campus college. We would help people get jobs with the weed.
Yeah.
So we'd go into a dispensary to buy weed and be like, "Oh, thank you so much for the job." You hear it a lot. It's kind of funny that you got through alcohol. So yeah. But
weed is. I'm not smoking this month, but
ever.
No,
Depends who's
never,
listening.
definitely not ever. I'm an advocate for weed, though. I think my favorite time to smoke is actually right before I go to the gym. I don't know if that's anyone else's.
Well, it can be it can be really nice to be a little bit high when you're exercising because you like feel your body more.
Yeah.
You can maybe be a little bit more aware of what's going on, your movements, you're more present.
Yeah.
I have social anxiety. I don't like to talk to people sometimes, so I think that also helps because I'm just like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, I'm a little bit high before I go to the gym, or before I get out of bed, or before I go to bed, or
before
Just any time.
Yeah, I'm a little bit high all the time. I think is the deal.
I think that
Smoke weed
which actually is true for me as well, and I think that that's kind of I take a month off of a weed, like a tolerance break every year, because I feel like I smoke so much. I smoke to be normal, and when you don't smoke, you take a tolerance break. That first time
That's funny.
that you're smoking again is.
I literally wrote a joke about that Sunday before Hans's show outside there, and I did that on Sunday. I actually wrote a joke called Tolerance Break, and it's about people who say you should do a tolerance break because it's like smoking weed for the first time, but they don't say that to anybody else. It's like, oh, I'm a year and a half sober. Oh man, heroin would be awesome right now. You should really try it again. You probably catch that dragon. That's a hell of a tolerance break.
Right.
So yeah, that was
I can't say I've done heroin, but I also can't say
that's a hell of a tolerance break, man. You should try it now. I bet it's like the first time.
Yeah. I think I would do heroin on my deathbed, but
It probably will be no matter when you do it.
Have
nowadays.
you seen Afterlife with Ricky Gervais?
I have not.
Yeah, his wife dies, and so he's all depressed, and he's like, fuck it, and so he's thinking of killing himself anyways, and he does heroin. But it's very heartfelt. It's like,
Yeah.
It's very
it's
hard.
very Ricky.
No, I haven't seen that, but I like Ricky Gervais. You know what I don't like is the original UK Office.
Yeah.
Trash. I'm pretty sure.
It was very
in my opinion.
cringy and awkward to me.
It's just
but, yeah.
we're Americans.
Right,
That
we
shit does
didn't
not
quite
make
get
sense.
it.
They just didn't have
translate.
Steve Carell, is what I think. I love Ricky Gervais, but like in not when you compare the two.
Yeah, there's no
contrasting
but
is.
for Americans, you need dry British humor for dry British people. That's what that is. You
Do
can't.
you think they're all dry?
Oh yeah, I've
very
tried a few British pussies. They're really, really dry.
Oh Jesus! Well, they employ a lot of irony and a lot of they'll say what they're saying very indirectly often. Like I was staying with my cousins in London, and I eat a lot, as you can see already. and so I was eating, and they're having one of their daughter's husbands was over, and my Aunt Claire, she's like, I forget his name, but we'll call him Corky. Okay,
Corky.
Yeah, Corky.
That's a good British name.
Yeah,
Hello,
Corky.
Corky.
Derek eats so much, doesn't he? You know, it's
Pretty good.
and he looked over at me. He's like, "It's amazing."
Damn. That was a pretty good accent. You did
Thank you.
there. Yeah, you do.
Theatrically
I believe you actually have family there now. I wasn't sure at
Yeah,
first.
it was mostly from listening to audiobooks when I was growing up.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I see that your finger is, but what? Yeah.
No.
Oh, I see that your finger is recovering, Chad.
Yeah, you can see where.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's back. I'm trying to let it breathe.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully
As we're all eating,
it'll
I can see. Yeah.
continue to improve it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
How did you actually almost cut your tip off?
I was just moving some stuff in the garage, and I grabbed something metal. It had a lip on it, and just went under there and just ripped it it's still flat over here, like where it's missing, but just like ripped the whole thing.
Yeah.
And deep, like
I
really
think
deep.
I've been cut by a metal shelf before too. Those are brutal.
Yeah.
Man.
So I have no feeling in it. It feels like a dog pad, I think, or like, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know if it's dead or not.
You have to
but
find some kind of use for.
Yeah,
You should audition for like Nether Hour or something.
Yeah. Just
There you
play
go.
bass.
Yeah.
I just hold the string down. Good D.
Yeah.
I got good D.
Defense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dig into this chicken.
So somebody else talk is what he's saying. Well,
I just wanted to preface the rapper sound.
yeah. No. He brought lunch after April made all this nice beautiful spread
April.
for us.
Thank you. I didn't know what to expect. I woke up and I did the old, Waze GPS, see how far away, and it was you're about 30 minutes from me, which
And there was like 15 McDonald's on the way.
yeah. I was looking for a Chick-fil-A, but
Yeah.
I stopped at McDonald's.
It's a good thing you didn't find one.
Yeah, well,
It's usually when I want Chick-fil-A is when it's Sunday. On
Oh,
Sunday,
yeah, right.
oh shit! It is
Yeah, I do that all the fucking time. Every fucking
How many
time.
I tell you? That's literally it's funny you say that every
Right.
time, and I think that's everyone's experience because
Yeah.
it's.
I only want Chick-fil-A is
have
on
a
Sunday
lazy
because there's
day.
nobody there.
Yeah,
It's
right.
the best time to go.
I need Jesus on Jesus Day.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's not there for
You
me.
need chicken on Jesus Day is what you need. So,
I'm a fries on my burger kind of guy.
but you
What
still
about
you
guys?
still got chicken sandwiches and you still got chicken nuggets. So Chick-fil-A still lost out. That's $1 billion they lost today.
Those guys.
For
I think-
Jesus.
I think that maybe I don't know what you
gay
can
hate.
call it, but maybe there's a business idea there for.
Yeah, it's called
Right.
McDonald's.
Right, where some
Not the same.
company will contract to staff Chick-fil-A.
Well, you just buy
Yeah.
a bunch on Saturday and sell it
We
on
can get-
Sunday.
Right, there you
yeah,
go. Right, yeah, you just have a little stand. Yeah,
In every Chick-fil-A
Keep
parking
it-
lot, you have a
keep
Chick-fil-A
it warm.
truck.
The
exactly.
Jews can help out. They'll take over on Sunday only.
Call it Chick Relay.
Chick
man.
Chick
resale.
relay. What was it?
I was thinking where you reheat it or but relay. But
Chick relay.
Chick relay, I think
Yeah,
works. Yeah.
I just think, as long as the Jews are involved, I support it. So.
Yeah, but then so that one wouldn't be open on Saturdays, and then
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A
yeah.
So that they go into business
Shabbat,
together.
right?
Yeah,
What is-
exactly.
Well, we
Shabbat,
still have to
yeah.
buy it all on Saturday, so you have to get a goy to buy it for you on Saturday.
Right.
According to Ari's newest thing. Did you guys watch that?
Yeah, it was so
Too?
good.
That was pretty good.
No, I didn't see that. But
Yeah, when he was pretending like his head was a penis, and then then he brought his shirt over.
The parts that stand out to Derek.
It was but it's so funny because he's mostly bald, kind of, and you just imagine
He
like
looks like a dick. Yeah.
yeah, and uncircumcised, of course, yeah, or circumcised, yeah.
what do you think is better? Excuse me, circumcision or uncircumcision?
I've sucked both.
So,
I have no experience in
And
this.
your preference is?
No, I have no clue. I've only have one type.
Well, I'm circumcised, but I feel like I'm making all this.
The word
noise.
in the street is that you're more sensitive if you haven't cut your cock.
That's what I've heard.
April, you got a mic over there. Does it make a difference to you?
Do you have a preference? Snip, no snip, No snip.
This is not her first time to chime in. This is not what she's gonna do it.
I think
On
if
episode 10.
I could, do it all over again, maybe I would advocate against. Maybe I don't want to be circumcised.
Yeah, I felt that way too when I was doing my own reading, and but then I think I felt sad about it for about 3 minutes, and I was
Yeah.
like, what the
about the
hell?
guy-
That's about as
Yeah,
long as
it's like somebody took my foreskin. Call the tip line.
But what about the guys who do it later in life, like when they're 18 or 20 or whatever?
Nerds,
Those
dude.
guys that are like, no,
Really
cut
committed.
this off. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm for Jesus or whatever, and yeah.
Yeah, some people do that. I mean, not just Abraham, but
Yeah.
some people went
Wait
for it.
late in life, or
Yeah.
that's a totally different thing.
It's the power of belief.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, what would compel you to do it later in life? Like, is it
have to be
pressure?
religion.
Would it be religion?
Or
or
like
maybe a
being
girl.
or you could be convinced that it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, people make arguments about it being sanitary. As a matter of fact,
That's the thing I've heard.
Yeah, if you get a lot of infections, maybe you have to do it.
Well, cheese stick they call it. I think.
Maybe,
well, I think
maybe people are like, I can smell
yeah.
your dick from here. Like, okay, it's probably time I cut it off.
Yeah.
It is.
Or
It is
shower.
still in the CDC's best practices, which I think is, which I don't think is. I don't think that their reasons for it are good enough for it to be a best practice. But the only reason that I've heard of, which is a legitimate reason too, is that some people have a small malformation of the foreskin where it can be too small and too tight.
This is the
And
last
so-
week tonight.
so
We're
then
still
it's
talking about comedy
very
here?
yeah. So then it's very uncomfortable to have an erection. King Louis XIV or Antoinette's Louis, whichever one that was, he had that issue, which is why they weren't conceiving because
Big
it was
dick,
extremely
small
painful.
foreskin?
No, well, I mean, I don't know how big the dick was. This foreskin was
But in
just too
relation,
small.
the
Yeah.
foreskin
Could it
was
fit it
smaller.
through?
Yeah, but I know a guy who actually said he's like, yeah, my foreskin
Damn.
tears a lot when I have sex.
What
Like,
the
well,
fuck?
your foreskin might be too small. You might need to get circumcised in order for that to be
Wow.
more comfortable for you. Yeah.
Jesus, no, that's just news to me. I didn't. I guess that. Well, I'm happy then. I guess.
I imagine that that's if you do a lot of mushrooms, that would happen.
Why? It's just I don't get it. You are what you eat.
If everyone pee on mushrooms, it disappears.
Pee on mushrooms.
My
I
dick
don't know
disappears
about
on
that, but-
mushrooms.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It just retracts up into you.
Yeah, so
I will say, I
just
don't,
eventually the skin just
Yeah, it
grows
makes it
closed.
really hard to piss into that cup and then re-drink it so that you can keep it going.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
That's
I know
that's what
this
some
is
people
something.
have. That's what some people do. Yeah.
Really. It's like,
Yeah.
after 6 hours, like, man, you know what? I really need to keep this going. Like this is just not enough time on mushrooms right now.
Right.
Yeah. let's just drink our own piss. We're
one
out of
thing
mushrooms,
Personally,
that
I like the
happens-
effects
Yeah.
of mushrooms.
so keep it going.
Something for me on mushrooms is my penis doesn't disappear because it's huge. But no, I'm just kidding.
That's how you know it's going.
Actually, I feel like I gotta pee more. Like my like my body relaxes.
Yeah, I think it's a diuretic. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a weird to explain. I don't know how to explain it quite, but like you're just like, I just feel like a mushroom.
Yeah, you have to pee a lot more.
I would pee on myself if I wasn't trained properly.
So that is a thing that happens to people on mushrooms. They do pee on themselves because they don't
Really?
realize that they have to, or it's too late, or
Yeah. I did piss myself one time. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually looked
I can
this
see
up.
how it would happen because I've literally just been like, if I wasn't so lazy, I would literally just let it go.
Yeah, but that one was probably my bad. I was at a weed festival. I was doing comedy at a weed festival, and they had they had like THC infused lemonade, but they also had mushroom tea that I've been drinking on all day, just like a little bit here and there.
Drink it! Don't get cocky!
Yeah, don't get cocky. Well, I pissed myself. This isn't a proud story.
If you would have had your foreskin, maybe it would have.
Yeah, maybe would have stopped it.
Yeah, it would've-
No, it just would have been a tighter string.
But it was I was asleep, so but then I tried to pee off
Thanks,
to the
April.
side. I wound up pissing all over myself.
Wow, that's we
Oh well, yeah.
derailed
That
on-
was too much information. I'm sorry, internet. I'm sorry, my friends.
Do you want to pee on yourself?
This is
ever,
now
or-
the comedy sharing hour.
Do we have we had any viewers tune in?
I don't have my phone today.
Oh, okay,
I
fair
left it
enough.
over there, so I didn't look. Do you have yours
Fair
on you?
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's
if,
see what we got going on. If anybody's trying to talk to us, Derek Dimple is live.
Yeah, shout out
on his-
to Lee Champion, who told me that she was commenting prior, but I don't know who.
Who Lee Champion even is?
No, I know. No, she's a good friend of mine. She's an awesome person. Yeah. Oh yeah, what happened? What happened last time is logging in with the stream key. Instagram thinks that I'm being hacked.
Oh, because you
didn't
can't be in
happen.
two spaces at one time. You can't be in two places at one time right now.
Well, on my
Like
last
Russia.
Instagram, it was fine, but for some reason, it's not working on this one. Maybe it's because this one is with an email address and the other one was with a phone number.
Let me check my my phone here.
Yeah. Yeah,
So you guys-
unfortunately, I believe that today is the day that my old Instagram is being deleted because the Instagram people didn't get back to me over the So
Dude, it sucks. You had
there it is.
We are.
you had so you were recently deleted for do you know the reason?
Yeah, well, so they're not specific. They don't say like what exactly it was, but I was deactivated for violating community standards for sexual solicitation.
Wow, you're a prostitute.
Well, that's what they
How
thought
does it
apparently.
feel?
And I think it was it's because I had the word OnlyFans in my bio. But my OnlyFans is non-explicit. It's just videos of my stand-up comedy. But the
Which is
algorithm found that and banned my ass.
That's bigatory towards OnlyFans.
Yeah, which is also like, and then also it's like you see all these, you see all these ladies promoting their OnlyFans not getting banned. So it's just gross when a dude does it. So like maybe I should have put pictures of my dick on there.
Or your toes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, at least some sexy feet pics.
Yeah.
Maybe a little nipple. Yeah.
Put like a smiley face.
I like this shirt there, Derek. That's pretty interesting with the little
you.
dancing demon-looking things on there.
Oh really? Oh yeah. These kind.
It's a good mushroom trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks celebratory, but also chill. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Maybe a
they're
ritual
sacrificing
of
to the
some
gods.
kind.
Yeah.
See all aspects.
Yeah. What are you trying to say about Caribbean people?
It doesn't quite line up.
Well, yeah, I don't know exactly.
No. I mean, the crib and be in.
Crib. Oh, yeah. It's not exactly. The shirt was free.
Hey, relax, man. It's the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That's how they say it.
Just chill out.
Caribbean.
Being in the crib.
Yeah. That's funny, man. That's cool. So it was a free shirt, you said?
Yeah.
Is that happen often when you walk by clotheslines, or
No.
do you laundry mats, or
No. These were this and a few other pieces of clothing that I picked out were in a box that someone in the place where I live
Left on the street?
No, they were getting rid of some clothes, so it was in the hallway. Yeah.
No, that is an apartment street, by the way.
Yeah,
There's a
exactly.
curve.
Yeah, it's an indoor street where there are eight rooms on this particular hallway. Yeah.
That's funny. So they were probably like, oh, let's just put this outside for a second while we move this out.
No. The people were saying like, I'm getting rid of these. You're welcome to it. And I found
funny.
some pretty dope shirts.
That's
This
cool.
one.
I'm getting rid of some shirts. Maybe I should bring them by, Derek.
Oh yeah, if you wish.
I think comics will definitely make use of all shirts. You just put a box on the Creek in the Cave stage.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
should. I actually am. I literally
coming
have a
out.
laundry basket full of shirts.
Stuff
I'm
that you want to get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should bring it to Creek today.
Donate to the comics. Yeah.
Yeah, right. A banana phone, so that can be everyone's prize. Is they
You
get
get
a
a
shirt.
shirt.
Yeah.
You get a
You get a
shirt.
shirt. Yeah, or you bring your hamper up. You just start throwing them out there.
Here's a sock.
It's like, yeah, you guys. I hear that you guys are, not having a hard time out there.
Yeah. You guys are
funny.
poor.
Well, by comparison, probably you're killing it out there. How's the video editing job going?
It's good, man. So actually, we were. So I was working for a marijuana magazine and advertising company, and we just recently got shut down. So we got acquired by a company in Jamaica called Kiper House, and things were going good until they weren't. And but it's fine. We got a little settlement out of it, and then the three of us that were the main U.S. operations. We've started our own consulting firm now, and we've got a few clients now, and things are going good. So
Heck yeah.
small
So
little
the
delay.
settlement kind of functioned as a severance package
Right.
of sorts. That's nice. Good for you.
So yeah, I'm still doing. So content creation and marketing strategy is technically my job title, but
Okay. Chad might want to work with you at some point
I
then.
need some marketing strategies. Yeah.
dollar bills, y'all, you know.
I need the marketing strategy to get the dollar bill.
Yeah, yeah. I'd like
That's
to. I'd like to
22.
learn some marketing from you at some point.
Yeah.
because I'm,
Well,
yeah.
one thing we tell people is if you're poor, shut up. No, that's not true.
All right.
Don't talk to me
What's-
poor.
All right. Now, what do you really tell people?
I don't talk to poor people.
Right. You're like
anything.
Ellen DeGeneres. If you're not on my level, I won't make eye contact.
No, but
with
we
you.
will guilt people and say like, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, like why would you expect anyone else to invest in yourself?
Right.
But
yeah.
that's the roundabout way to say.
Pay me.
But do you
Shut
feel? But do you feel like that is do you feel like that is also a legitimate perspective, that if somebody is willing to submit to that viewpoint and invest in what they're doing, that they will see returns? Or it's just like, well, you might or you might not, but this is what we're going to do for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, we offer tangible items like logo design, website creation, social media marketing. So, I mean, yes and no. It's just, all in all, like, so I used to be in the music industry before I moved to Austin and all this, and that's kind of what was delivered to me, and it wasn't easy to hear because I was poor, and I'm still not rich, but, like, the hardest part is, like, you can't expect people to help you if you're not doing
Helping yourself,
everything
at
you
least.
can, right? Yeah, for yourself.
No,
and,
I feel you.
And, you know,
Like, there's so many people who've asked me for help with their jokes, and I asked them, well, have you ever tried them on stage? Excuse me.
Yeah, see a trainer.
And they say no, and I'll say, well, I'll help you once you've tried them on stage, because I'm not going to be working on your problem harder than you are.
Exactly. That's 100%. That translates properly. Yeah, it's the same thing roundabout. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, and it sounds harsh, but it's also like you should try trying.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, well, and if you're in the business of doing what you're doing, then if someone isn't also putting in a little bit of elbow grease, then how can you then how can they expect anything to happen?
Yeah, yeah. It's a tough. I mean, especially this industry. It's like it's so like not. Even though it's accepted, it's so not accepted. Like in a way of like, if you tell your parents like, my dream is to not get paid for 5 years and try this struggle of my dream, and then they're like, that doesn't. You should get married and have kids and work at UPS, and it's like,
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty fortunate. Not to make it about myself, but I feel fortunate that my dad is supportive of my dream. You know, with his words and everything. And
Right.
Yeah, and that that he wants me to go for what I'm doing and succeed. It's like,
good.
That's cool.
he tells you he loves you.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
My dad left for cigarettes 20 years ago.
Oh, shit.
one of those.
He never
Sorry,
came
Doc.
back, and I'm still waiting on those cigarettes.
Right. Yeah, I want my Camel Crush.
Pops.
Well, we'll end it with that. With
Oh no.
a good dad, Derek has, a bad dad.
Good dad versus bad dad.
Aw, Sam.
That's all right.
No, that's cool. Oh, guys, well, I appreciate you guys coming out and doing Austin's comedy review. Do you have anything you want to add to it before, or anything that these comics should know before we sign off?
No, man, I appreciate you guys having me though. This is a cool setup. It's a cool idea, and I support it. And thank you.
Cool, brother. I'll see you in a little while at
Well, I have
other
something
people.
Yeah,
and then, Derek has something to plug.
I want to plug the show at Irene's tonight, 7 p.m. every Sunday. It's going to be an awesome lineup. We got Dean Stanfield, Ellis H., Raza Joffrey, Ariel Isaac Norman, Nick Cox, Lucas McCrary, Joe Begley, Armando Torres, who performed last night at the Filthy Show and absolutely crushed it. As a guy visiting from New York. And if Mike Eaton can make it, if his flight is early enough, he's going to make an appearance too.
It's a solid lineup.
From Vegas.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I dig it.
Yeah. I love doing this show. It's amazing.
Well, cool, brother. Well, good job on putting that together and making it happen. It's awesome. That's the what, third week, fourth week?
Fifth week.
Oh, fifth week now.
Yeah.
Nice. Good deal, brother.
Super stoked.
Awesome.
Chad doesn't know math.
No, I don't. I really don't give a fuck about anybody else. So I'm just trying to skate through it and act like I hear things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming out. And this has
Thank
been
you.
Austin's Comedy Review.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
yeah.
for having us, Chad. This is awesome.
Thank you, bro.